Different cultures have different ways of expressing themselves, and even form different personality types that may seem odd to another culture. They have a normal standard of behavior within that culture.
Yeah? So what if somebody doesn't fit into that standard of behavior?
They're called an anomaly, since their behaviors don't fit into a socially shared pattern.
Huh? How is it different in the first century world?
In so many ways you can't even count. One of them is, it's the norm for us that all goods are limitless, just as jobs. The anomaly is when there's a job shortage. In the first century, all good was considered limited, and the anomaly was becoming too wealthy.
Hey!
That's a bucket of Hadogen!
So I guess if a culture has strong feelings of hate or disgust towards an anomaly, it's called an abomination. For example, we find it disgusting and despicable when some idiot blows his snot on the ground. But it's perfectly classy for him to do the same in a handkerchief and carry it around with him.
Yeah, I think you finally got it.
You insult me.
So what if I do?
I'll deal with you, abomination.
Oh, hey, Matt.
Oh, hey.
Is that you over there?
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm just over here reading Molina, man.
Molina, that's awesome. I love Molina.
About some purity, clean and unclean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Really?
It's a little hard to understand, though.
Mm.
But he does give you a little... let me tell you a little story about it, how to think of it, Matt.
Oh, yeah?
So, when you're thinking about purity, you can think of it a lot like dirt. You know, when dirt's in the garden, in its proper place, it's okay. But when the dirt gets in the house, it's not in its proper place, and therefore it's deemed unclean or impure. So, you know, dirt is definitely a way of speaking of something out of place. It's a good metaphor for clean and unclean rules.
Huh.
And, you know, people are always, when they perceive dirt, they can think of an ideal of order. Because if it's outside, you know, it's good. If it's inside, it's out of order. You know, you can think of the dirt also as people, Matt. And people also get out of place. And therefore, you know, if it's in its right place, it's good and pure. But if the person's in its wrong place, it's unclean and, you know, that's negative. They're considered a deviant.
I think I'm in my right place right now.
Yeah, you can see that right there.
Oh, yeah?
Huh. That's neat. So, it also, like, kind of ties in with the rest of the chapter that we've been working on, where, you know, it talks about, like, boundaries and all that. So, you know, you can kind of think of it as well, since we are in college, you're getting ready to graduate.
Oh, yeah.
He tells a little example, like, for example, graduating from college is a transition. It's a line crossing. Some students are happy about crossing, others feel a little anxious and unsure. I know I am. In either case, graduating students go through a social transaction, a line crossing, for the present. Please note, between clean and unclean, there must be a line. That's a little confusing to me, but...
yeah, it's not really clear.
You know, if you want to read it, I'll just toss it over to you. Maybe you can get more.
Oh. Thanks. You're welcome, Dad.
Hey, Nick. You want to go for a midnight ride? Looks like a great night.
Looks like a great night on Kapagasa, David. Let's go for a bike ride.
a good idea to go bike riding on top of Gosser.
Yes, it was. But I hate this bike. It's horrible. Oh, get out of here.
Nick, don't do that to your bike, man. That's a good bike.
No, it's not. That bike's profane to me.
Well, I know it's profane to me, but still, it's a good bike.
Get out of here.
What are you... Well, dude, that's sacred to me.
Go.
Oh. Nick, that was a dumb idea.
I know, David. I'm sorry I threw your sacred bike off Gosser.
Well, I mean, your bike was profane to me. So I guess you could do whatever you wanted to your bike, but my bike was sacred. You know, humans put lines around things that are important to them, and that makes them sacred to them.
Oh, Davey.
Man,